All right, here we go. Unit 1, Lesson 5. Our learning target is we can use models and rules to add integers. Let's get into it. So, integer rules, okay? Same sign. Same sign is easy. All you have to do is add them normally. So 3 plus 4 equals 7, but then add the sign at the end. So we had a negative sign, we had a negative sign, so we have to finish with a negative sign. And we probably all know how to do it when they're both positive, right? 3 plus 7 is 10. Positive plus positive equals positive. However, when we have different signs, it gets a little bit trickier. So again, slightly different. What we have to do is we have to subtract the two numbers. So I'm going to put the biggest number on top. I'm going to put the smallest number on the bottom. 9 minus 5 is 4. And then I have to look and figure out which of these has the largest absolute value. So the absolute value of 9 is 9. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. Well, 9 is bigger than 5. 9 was positive, therefore my answer is going to be positive. But if I do it in the second problem down below, I see, let's get a different color. I see, hey, I'm going to take my larger number on top, 13. I'm going to subtract 8. 13 minus 8 is 5. However, I got to compare what's the absolute value of negative 13. It's 13. What's the absolute value of 8? It's 8. Since the absolute value of 13 is bigger and that's a negative number, we know that our answer has to be negative 5. So that's kind of like our rules on how to do it. And now we're going to show you some different methods or techniques as to how to think about it. So one of the ways is to kind of use tiles like this, positive and negative tiles. So again, if I think about, okay, I have 2 positives and 5 negatives. So I'm going to say that this positive right here is going to cancel out this one right here. So these guys are now gone. Okay, they cancel each other out. This positive is going to cancel this blue one out. So again, they cancel each other out. These are gone. So all that I'm left with is 1, 2, 3 negatives. So 2 plus negative 5 is negative 3. And again, if we were to use our rules, 5 subtract 2 is 3. The absolute value of negative 5 is 5. The absolute value of 2, the absolute value of 2 is 2. So I know that 5 is bigger than 2. Therefore, I have to make my answer a negative 3, which is what we got. 1, 2, 3. 3 negatives. So again, just another visual way on how to think about adding and subtracting negatives. I like this one. Again, I think number lines are great when you talk about negatives. So let's look at this. Example 2. On 2 plays, a football team first loses 8 yards, then gains 3 yards. Find negative 8 plus 3 to determine the results. So let's say negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, and then let's make this negative 8. So if I start right here, let's see if I can draw a football. Okay, let's say that this is our first play. Okay, we start at 0. Unfortunately, our quarterback, Kirk Cousins, gets sacked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We move back 8 yards. However, I then hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook and run 1, 2, 3 positive yards. So I end up at -5. So again, another way to think about it is on a number line, you can move left and right depending on if it's positive or negative. Negative moves to the left, okay? Positive moves to the right. So from 0 to -8, and then I add 3. And again, if you were to use your rules, -8 plus 3, you would get the same answer of -5. Negative number, if I look at my rules, again, same sign, add and take the sign. So I'm going to say 31 plus 12 is 43. And then both my signs are negative, so my answer is -43. If there's no sign attached, that means it's positive. So these are different. So my rules tell me that I take the larger number, I subtract it, and then I have to compare absolute values. The absolute value of -18 is 18. The absolute value of 7 is 7. Therefore, I know that 18 is bigger, and 18 was negative, so my answer has to be -11.